Kelly Marie here with another lawn clippings video by Lawn Fawn, and today we're going to be making a really fun welcome home baby card combining a bunch of different sets. Right here I'm using some of our pink lemonade papers. I thought that yellow polka dot was perfect for a baby card. And here is our Say Cheese Polaroid where I'm going to create my scene. And now I'm stamping with our Home Sweet Home set. They're little bird houses, but if you stamp them out without the birds, they look like a row of houses, which is going to be really cute for this card. I'm adding all the little elements. I love the Home Sweet Home set because you can add the windows and hearts and doors and however you would like it. So you get to decorate the houses, which is really fun. I also stamped out the stork from our +1 baby set. And now I'm using Harold's ABCs to create a custom sentiment. And that's welcome home and then Lily for the little baby that was just born. I think it's really fun, especially for newborns, to include the name in the card. It's a really nice personal touch. So there I'm stamping out Lily and Sally's ABCs, which I thought would be cute for a little girl. And now I'm going to do some fast Copic coloring. When I color this little stork bundle, I like to layer, I'm doing pinks, I like to layer and leave it a little bit light there on the outside so that it looks like there's really something inside the bundle. So I leave it light there on the right side of the bundle, as you can see there. And so I just tried to match that pink ink that I had the best that I could. That's pretty close. And then now just adding a little bit of gray around the stork there just to kind of make him stand out from the background. I'm coloring in the houses with no shading. I'm just doing one layer of color, so you could use any kind of marker or color pencil for this. And it's just fun to kind of pick these cute pastel colors that go along with new baby and are going to make it a really cheerful and happy card. And so I just like using a really pale blue for the windows, and usually I just kind of try to alternate colors so that you kind of see a bunch of different pastels in all of them and create what's going to be a pretty adorable row of houses. Next, I'm going to use our dies for both Home Sweet Home and Say Cheese, the Polaroid die, so that I can start cutting things out for my card and make it really easy to put this card together. No fussy cutting needed. And then right here, I'm lining up the Polaroid die. And we have a video on this, so I'm going to link to it above. So if you haven't seen it yet, you can see it. But it's super easy to line up. Just have to use a template and just fill in those dots, and then that'll help you line up the Polaroid. That's my dog Daphne there. After I die cut them all, I decided to use to do some distress inking here to create the sky. So I'm using some tumbled glass, and then I'll use broken china, which is a slightly darker blue. And I'm just using one of these foam applicators and just blending it on. And you just keep adding it until it looks good. The nice thing about sky is it doesn't have to look perfect. That's what makes it look more like a sky. So I just put the dark colors around the outside and light in the middle. And now I can start assembling my card with all my die cut pieces. I did fussy cut the stork there, but maybe one day we'll come out for the dies for that too. And here I'm just going to start kind of placing everything to see how I think it's going to look cute. Once I have that placement that I need, I'm going to use some liquid glue on the houses. That way I can kind of have some wiggle room there when I move them around with my liquid glue. And I'll be able to kind of place them so it looks like the stork is flying over a row of houses. Then right there, I'm going to just glue the frame above the blue piece. I cut it slightly larger than the Polaroid instead of using the die cut centerpiece because I couldn't find the die cut centerpiece. So I just decided to just use a little scrap piece that I had there. But of course, using a die cut centerpiece would make it a perfect fit. And then right there, you can see I've kind of layered the houses so it looks like the stork is flying above them. You don't need to see the bottom part of the houses. And I'm going to use some foam adhesive for the stork just so the stork is kind of the main part of the card. I'm using some foam adhesives to layer the Polaroid on the card. This card is 3.5 by 5. It's one of my favorite card sizes. And then I'm using some of the pink lemonade ombre lawn trimmings. I love this stuff. And I'm just going to go ahead and tie a bow. When I tie bows, especially with twine and stuff, or anything really, I like to use a little glue dot behind the bow because when I mail it, it's going to hold the bow in place so it doesn't get shifted around or smushed too much. So with ribbon or twine, I like to do this little trick. And then the last thing I'm going to do is if you use the heat from your fingers on the hemp of our lawn trimmings, you can actually curl the ends. So I wanted to get that cute, really girly bow look for Lily. And so I'm just going to curl those ends and kind of fuss with the bow a little bit until it looks perfect. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys have an amazing day. Bye!